Hey, what's good, Rich Minds? It's your boy Reno coming back to you with another video. And today's video going to be about how to remove power from your enemies, right? A lot of us, we go through things. A lot of us, we see things and people are involved. And I'm not going to lie to you. Whether you at a job, at school, any type of facility, it's going to always be people who dislike you. Some people just not going to like you. I don't know why it is. That's just how it is, right? You can be the best person. You can be the nice person. You can be the most talented, the most gifted, etc., etc. It's going to always be somebody who dislike you. Why? Because of your spirit, the way you are, the light that you bring to the room, your energy. So these people are typically your enemies, right? Or people who dislike you become your enemies. And sometimes you don't have to form enemies just to have enemies. Like, you don't have to per se make an enemy for them to become your enemy. Sometimes it's just you being the person that you are. Sometimes it's just the talent that you carry, the gift that you carry, the energy that you have. Sometimes the way that you move just form enemies. And today I want to tell y'all how to remove power from your enemies, right? All right, so the first thing, y'all, you got to stop allowing everybody to know your next move. You got to stop allowing everybody to know your next move. A tree grows in silence. And what I mean by that is, when a tree grows, it's not growing because of the words that you put on it. It's not growing because of the people that you told. It's not growing because you're yelling out here screaming, my tree is about to grow. Nah, your tree gonna grow because of the nutrients that you put into it. Your tree is going to grow is because of the fertilizer. The tree is going to grow because of the water and the sunlight that you put into it. So what I'm saying is that your next move should be being nurtured by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Your next move got to be nurtured by God. Your next move have to be nurtured not by everyone else. See, when people know your next move, they're able to set roadblocks. When people know your next move, they're able to throw you off track. And see, one thing people don't understand is, if you want to kill a big dream, you tell it to a small mind. So you remove power from your enemies by saying, nah, bro, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to keep this to myself. Yeah, nah, you don't deserve to have that type of access to me. You don't deserve to have that type of access to my thoughts. You don't deserve to have that type of access to my dreams, my goals. So you got to stop telling these people your next move. You got to. A tree grow in silence. So number 2, y'all, never outshine your master. Now, before I say that, or before you make any type of assumptions, when I say never outshine your master, never outdo the people who are in higher position than you. You don't want to tell them too much. You don't need to tell them too much. See, the best way to fool a fool is to allow the fool to think that they're fooling you. You don't want to outshine the person who's over you, because you can get a lot more out of a person who feel like they're superior to you. You can get a lot more out of a person who feel like they know more than you. You can get a lot more out of a person who feel like you don't know as much. So when the way you remove that power is by saying, oh, no, man, you got it. Yeah, I want to learn from you. Or no, sis, you got it. You know, I want to see how you do things, because you can get a lot more out of a person. So no, they're not literally your master. These are people who just may be in a higher position than you. These may be people who know a little bit more than you, but never outshine your master. When you go in acting as if you King Tut, you know what I'm saying? Or you know, or Queen Tut, or you know so much more than people, or know so much more than whoever, then people are like, okay, cool, now you got it. And now you just played yourself out of an opportunity. Like Dale Gray say, you want to infiltrate, educate, and vacate. Meaning, get inside, understand how these people move, get inside their circles, understand how their circles operate, understand what they're doing, right? And then once you get inside those circles to where you're able to infiltrate, educate yourself, learn what they're doing, learn how they're doing it. You know, educate yourself, and then vacate, grow your own wings and fly once you don't need them anymore. And that's the basis of networking, building your network. But ultimately, never outshine your master. You want to get as much as information as you can to sustain and grow who you are as an individual, your business, and etc. Everything, man. So remember that. Never outshine your master. So number 3, y'all, you want to study your opponent. You got to study your opponent. Understand your enemy before going against your enemy. Most teams, they watch film, like football, from football to basketball, from basketball to baseball, all sports, a lot of sports. They watch film on their opponents. They look at what they're capable of. They look at their key players. They look at their star players. They look at their weaknesses, right? They pretty much form a SWOT analysis. I remember when I used to play football, we used to watch film. The coaches would have us to watch film on other teams, right? So I'm from Douglas, Georgia, as y'all know. But teams that we would play that was like a real competition, and even some teams that wasn't really a competition, they still would make us watch film because they wanted us to learn their weaknesses. They wanted us to learn their plays. They wanted us to understand the potential threats that we was up against. So it's always a great thing to understand your opponent. You got to study them. And that way you remove power from your enemy. Study your enemy. Understand who you're going against. Understand what they're capable of. Understand the risk. Understand the threats. And that's going to put you in the higher position, right? So number 4, y'all, remain unbothered. Do not give them any emotional energy. But what you mean, Reno? When you remain unbothered, you're basically showing them that whatever you got going on, however you feel about me, whatever you're saying about me, any of the slander, it doesn't affect me. I am unbothered. And when you remain unbothered, you remain undefeated. See, whoever angers you conquers you. He who angers you conquers you. If a person is able to get you out of your character, if a person is able to make you angry, if a person is able to, put you in a situation where you're losing who you are, you are allowing them to take you out of your character. You are allowing them to put you in another position that you didn't even really want to be in, but your emotions took you there. So you got to remain unbothered. An enemy can't do nothing to you if you unbothered. Yeah, you can hate on me, but I'm unbothered. You can talk about me, but guess what? I'm unbothered. You can't make me feel no type of way, especially not worrying about things that you can't control, right? And I think for me, that works for me. Not worrying about things that you can't control. A lot of us, we gain anxiety, depression, so many other disorders because we're worrying about things that we can't control. But once you put yourself in a position where, look, I ain't worrying about that. I'm unbothered. That can't touch me. I'm mentally strong. I'm emotionally fortified. Once you understand that you being unbothered is your power, you'll remain powerful and you'll take power from your enemies. And number 5, y'all, you gotta live in your truth. You gotta be your authentic self. And not only be your authentic self, but nobody can expose something that you've already showed. Like, they can't expose anything about you that you already done told the world, or that you already done told your friends, your circle, your family, because you're living in your truth. You're being your authentic self. And a lot of people capitalize, and they blackmail and all these different things to a person who are scared to reveal something. Like, okay, cool. For instance, a person may be, stealing money out of the cash register at McDonald's, right? And I'm using that example, you know what I'm saying? I hope nobody's not doing this once again, but if they are, that's their business. But check it out. A person may be stealing money out of a cash register. All right. Another person may be like, yo, look, if you don't give me 15% of whatever you're making, I'm gonna tell such and such. Well, if this person is being freely and like, look, I don't care what you tell because I already done told on myself, or I don't care what you tell because I've already exposed myself. It's not really too much that he can do to that person to make them feel bad. I've already exposed myself. They know that I'm stealing. So what? So, and that's the same thing with you. You got to live in your authentic self. You got to be exactly who you are. Because when you are living in your truth, can't nobody expose anything about you that you haven't already showed or told anybody. It's just like the movie 8 Mile. Y'all seen 8 Mile with Eminem in it? You know what I'm saying? When he was on stage, he was like, he said, I am white. He did F my mom. I do stay in the trailer park. He did F my girl. Like, he was going in on himself, because he said, look, I'm gonna tell all these people about what you about to say to them. Like, I'm gonna tell them everything that you about to say about me to them. I'm gonna tell them that, right? And he handed them back the mic and said, here, tell these folks anything that they don't know about me. And he was like, I really can't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because he already exposed himself. And I call that the 8 Mile. I call that the 8 Mile method, because I like how he handled it. He said, look, bro, I know what you finna say. I know what you finna do. It's gonna be funny if I don't say it, and you can possibly kill me in this battle. But if I go ahead and expose it, I remove the power away from you. I remove the power away from you, and now I'm put in the position where I just took your whole game plan. And that's how you remove power from your enemies, y'all. So just as a recap, stop allowing everybody to know your next move. That's number 1. Never outshine your master. That's number 2. Study your opponent. You gotta study your opponent. That's number 3. Number 4, remain unbothered. You gotta remain unbothered. Don't allow nobody to get up under your nails. Don't allow nobody to get up under your skin and take you out of your character. And number 5, y'all, you gotta live in your truth. Be your authentic self. Hey, look, y'all, make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit the link in the bio. Check out one of those shirts. Cop one of those books, man. If this message resonated with you, look, make sure you definitely subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.